Okay, today we're going to look at transformations of functions dealing with vertical and horizontal shifts. What we're going to be looking for is anything that's added or subtracted to an equation is going to end up with a shift. If you have an addition or subtraction but it's located outside of the equation, then it's going to be a vertical shift. And vertical shifts are usually going to do exactly what they tell you. If it's, say, y equals x plus 5, the plus 5 means the whole graph's going to move up 5. And the same thing if it was a subtraction. What's different is the horizontal aspect. And the reason why the horizontal is different is if we have x minus 4 squared, if you're following directly to the formula, you would think because that's a minus 4, it would actually go to the left. But c, in this case, is actually a positive 4, which in positive 4 is actually to the right. And the same thing if it was a positive 4. If you had x plus 5 squared as your function, c is actually negative 5, because what's happening is this is x minus a negative 5 squared, and c would go to the left. So usually what we'll say, if it's anything that's affecting horizontal, which will happen inside the equation, usually you always do the opposite of what it tells you. So if we look down below, we're going to you can sketch the graph and get an idea of what's going on. I just really want to talk about what the effect of the graph is going to be. So if we're looking at A, if I plug in negative 1 for C at negative 1, so this would be absolute value of x, in this case minus 1, that is actually going to move the graph down 1. If I have absolute value of x plus 1, that's going to move my graph up 1. And if we have absolute value of x plus 3, that's going to move my graph up 3. Now for B, what we have is a horizontal transformation, because notice the change is happening inside the equation versus outside. So what we're going to have to end up doing is, for the first one, if I have absolute value of x minus a negative 1, absolute value there, that two negatives make a plus, so what's actually going to end up making it go to the left 1 unit. If we have absolute value of x minus 1 for the next one, that is going to make my graph go to the right 1, because you're always going to do the opposite of what it tells you. When you have the 3 in, you have absolute value of x minus 3, because it's minus and the change is happening inside the equation, you're going to do the opposite and actually go to the right 3. Now, pause it and try C on your own, and when you hit play, I'll go to the next slide and I'll let you see what you should have gotten. And this is what you should have gotten if you did the graphs correctly.